I'm just following that man there. Hello! Well, it's time for the deal wheel. Now, if you haven't been watching Hochanda, let me tell you what happens. We are spinning this at the beginning of every live hour until Monday night at 6 o'clock. On here, you will see different deals. That deal that we land on lasts for the hour that we are doing. At the end of the hour, we give you the name of the winner, the person who has won the deal. If it's applicable, some of them are just £5 off or free P&P and things like that. So if it's a dream day, for example. Should we give it a spin? Here we go, ready? What's it gonna be? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What do we want? What do we want? Oh, now in the last show, it was actually £5 off when you spend £25 or more, but this time it is, is it that one? Is it that one? No, I know. I'm just saying, I'm not moving it. I'm just saying, which one is it? It's definitely the £5, is it? Okay, it's £5 off £25. I didn't move the wheel. So there you go. That's what you will get in this show, which is fantastic because that's what we had in the last show with the lovely Katrina. So all you have to do is use the code DEAL5 and you will then get your £5 off when you spend £25 or more, which is fantastic. So that is in this hour. And I'll tell you something, it's very easy to spend that £25 and get the £5 off, isn't Katrina? And that's what a lot of people were doing. We sold a lot of the books last hour, and I think it's because people were thinking if I add that in, I get the £5 off the book.
Value. Good
it's
value.
Very good value. Anyway, hello, my lovely, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Did you have a nice breakfast back at your hotel?
We did.
Cooked breakfast?
Cooked breakfast, keeping it going.
Yeah.
Dinner time.
Because we did the show and then she said it was included in the hotel, so you went back, didn't you? I had a
yes,
bowl of cereal. You got the better deal.
Definitely.
Anyway, lovely to meet you this morning, Katrina. We had such a great show. This was our very first item that we showed you in the first show, and this is the first item again. It is brand new today, and it's absolutely beautiful. Huge flowers. Now, this is embroidery we're talking about here. It's hand embroidery, and if you've never embroidered before, don't worry about it. Katrina is insisting that anyone can do this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so easy to do. Work with the colours, work with the textures, but really so easy stitching.
Yeah, and when I saw it in action actually with you, I can see that it is easy. You just lay the organza on there.
That's right. I mean, people think embroidery is complicated. It's not.
No.
Very easy. Just it's relaxing.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
it is, working with the colours.
Yeah. Well, I asked Katrina earlier on, what do we get in the kit? And she said everything, and I still, apart from the needle. She said, no, you get that as well. And you do. You literally get everything you need to make that, including the needle. So you get your threads, and you get your beautiful organza here, as you can see here. You've got the canvas there, which has got the pattern already included on there. Obviously, if I can get to that. Ooh, there you are. You can just about see. There you are. That. Can you photocopy the pattern and reuse it? Something we could do?
I'm sure you could do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Should you want to do that?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, that is your kit. It's all included, and then you can make something like that for your wall or as a gift for somebody else. £32.95, 226467 is your item number. Let's move along. Now, you don't get the hoop on this one, but you do get the material and you get the beads and you get the embroidery and the threads and the needle again as well.
That's right, that's right.
Yes.
Everything's there ready to stitch, and there's a little bit of hand-dyed felt as well, so that'll give a little bit of texture to it. But I think the hoop's a nice way of displaying it.
It is, and we do have the hoops on the show, by the way. They're on the bottom of your screen right there. So 727069 if you'd like to get a 5, 6 and a 7-inch hoop. But the embroidery kit is the bit that you see in the middle there. And those little berries, they are just beads, and then you just cover them with threads.
That's right. I'll show that at demo, but it's a wooden bead and cover it with thread, and you can make them really, really they look like little sculptures on the fabric. And then the other part is beads and maybe a few French knots. So when you look at rowan berries, they are such a lovely colour, really, really pretty colour. Yeah. So I think it's a nice way of incorporating fabric and thread.
Yes, I think so as well. 349358 is your item number if you would like to get that one. Let's move along now to this one, and this is beautiful little poppies on Goodwin's Lane. And we really like this one because we were saying in the earlier show, what makes it so fabulous is those poppies are all misshapen, and that's nature.
That is.
So they look wonderful.
Yeah. So cut a bad circle. That's what that's what. But I think it's a nice design where you can be quite minimal with the poppies, or you can have the field and the cornfield covered in poppies, and it looks really, really different. A couple of shaded threads, hand dyed thread in the distance there, but a few little bits of white daisies and a few buttercups. Just gives it that real country feel, really.
Yeah, I think so. You just want to walk through that meadow, don't you? And we were saying that when you are making these pieces, they are so resting and relaxing to make. And then when you look at something like that on your wall, it kind of takes you off in a moment. So it's a lovely piece to have as an all-rounder.
It is, and it's not too big a project, so you can finish it very quickly.
Exactly.
And get absorbed, well, you can't stop stitching it once you start.
No, you can't, as we saw earlier. You don't get the frame, obviously, but you could get that framed any way that you want to. 287797 is your item number, £13.95. Let's head over to the Poppy Meadow now, which is this one. And what's wonderful about this is that you can change the colours and stitches if you want to. It's not set in stone,
That's
is it?
right. Wherever you place the organza, you'll get new colours appearing. So the idea of the organza is just to create a haze, a misty look to the background, and then a little bit of stitching. So you're really looking into the field and seeing the poppies and maybe some wheat and some daisies and things. And as of course, red poppies. You can put as many poppies on there as you wish.
Exactly.
And I think the two go together. You know, they'd make a great pair of pictures to go in a room.
They are lovely little art pieces, these, I think. They're kind of standalone art pieces, aren't they? They're really lovely. Yeah. 625072, your item number, £13.95 if you'd like to get hold of that one. Now the next one, I think this could be my favourite because they're called Doodles and you've got 6 designs, approaching half the stock gone, so you've liked them as well. But I love these because once again, little tiny pieces, you do include the cards with them, so you can put them straight onto cards and the envelopes as well if you want to send them out. And I think that is a lovely idea. Got to tell you, I would actually get those and just frame them, and I'd have little white frames along my hallway. You know, 6 of them.
There's so many possibilities. Now, I know a lot of people who actually frame them as well.
Yeah.
But the fun part is as well doing 6 different designs.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just repeating the same thing.
Yes.
You're using different colour combinations and poppies in lots of different ways. So yeah, that's good fun to do.
Yeah, it's very good. Now, in terms of techniques on this kit, do you think that we could practice different techniques with this one? Because obviously they're different designs, but are they just similar techniques or are there different things to learn?
I only use about 4 or 5 stitches.
Yeah.
So the stitches are the same throughout, whether it's a giant piece or a small, just different threads. But I think you can create, the organza is flexible, that you can make a completely different look.
If you want to.
If you want to. But there are, I like to do little, some with beads, some without, some with fly stitch, so that you're trying different stitch techniques.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, 494, your item number, £17.95 if you would like to get hold of that one. Let's go down to the place that I want to live. I've never been there, but it sounds fabulous. Buttercup Lane. I live at 15 Buttercup Lane. There actually is one in Somerset we discovered in the earlier show, and maybe it looks like this. Beautiful. Look at the little sheep. Oh, in the fields. So obviously, now we were saying about this bit. So this just cut out, so you can make this totally. Can't you? Don't get the frame, obviously.
So you don't get the frame, but you get the hardboard behind, and you get the card mount.
Yeah.
So you stitch the inner picture, and then you stitch the outer picture and put the two together.
Yeah.
And that sort of takes you right into that little path on the sheep.
It does. It does. It's lovely.
But again, it's really easy stitches. I mean, the fields. Just straight stitch in different direction. A few French knots for the sheep.
Yeah, perfect.
And cow paws, which I just love anyway.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. 538153, your item number, 30% of that one has gone, £16.95 for that one. The next one is Pansies, absolutely beautiful. Once again, this is just a straight stitch, very easy to accomplish, even though it looks complicated, it's not.
It's just a blend of colours, really. And I think the fun part with this one is you've got the organza in the background that's just going to give you that, it's where it's going to sit.
Yeah.
And then they're just looking at you, those pansies, aren't they? It's got that little faces there. But I mean, that would give you scope to, perhaps a gift for mum or something you can actually stitch a name on there. There's plenty that you could do with that. Or add some organza and make 3D flowers. You can, there's always a way of developing other part of it as well.
Yeah. Well, 787559, your item number if you would like to get hold of the Pansies kit. That's £12.99. Now, we've got some wonderful organza here if you want to really play and create your own colours. We've got this organza pack, and look, if we just get them out like this, they are so beautiful. Look at that. I mean, that is the most gorgeous kind of yellowy gold colour. And the more that you play with it, the sort of more depth of colour you get there, as you can see when you open it up, look. And then when you put it together, You get this beautiful kind of, you know, bright yellow. It's absolutely gorgeous. But a wonderful selection of colours in there. You've got your greens and you've got your purples and pinks. Will it always be these colours or will they vary?
At the moment, it'll be these colours, but we will be looking into some other colour combinations. But you know, when you put two together, you'll get new colours.
Yes, exactly.
There's a lot of combinations of colours there.
Yeah.
To wear, whether it's for a sky or flowers.
Right. Yeah. Well, look, we're already getting busy for everything on the show. There are queues on the telephone. If you don't want to queue, get on the website, hochanda.com. Remember, spend over £25, you get yourself £5 off. All you have to use is the Deal Wheel code. Deal 5 is what you put in the coupon area, and that will bring your bill down to £5 less, which is a fabulous, fabulous thing. There is more on the show, and I'll tell you what was really popular in this morning's show. The book and also the sort of these packs here. Yeah, so let's have a look at these. Now, these are options, so you can choose from the two, but the only difference is the fabric.
It's the background fabric.
Is the background fabric, so you can choose which you would want. Now, this one is the tweed, and that one, no, which one is the tweed? This is the cotton. Yep, cotton, tweed, cotton, tweed. Tweed, 70% gone. I think it's because it's that rustic kind of thing. People really like that.
It's a wool that's quite unique. We have it woven for us, so it makes it's quite special, I think.
Yeah.
And lots of colours look great on that background. And it's nice to hold.
Yeah.
As well, that's the thing. It's nice
to work with. Yeah, well, that's been the most popular one at the moment. But in here, you get your backing, and then you get these threads now, and these little beads as well, we should say as well. But these threads, I mean, my goodness me, they're going to last you a long time.
They do. You could almost cover the whole of those two pieces and have lots left over. So there'll be some knitting yarns, some variegated yarns, textured yarns, a little bit of bead thread. So, you know, you could really do a whole design just using those colours. Or lots of little designs. So it depends what you're doing, what you want to play at.
That's the idea, isn't it? These are just sort of picky bags.
Yeah, they're just, I mean, I think they're great to work with. Really, really good.
Yeah. Well, they work very well, of course, with, underneath, the book. Now, if I just hold it like that, you can see it is a beautifully photographed book. You have over 400 photographs in here. You have got illustrations galore. You've got techniques. You've got advice. You've got support. You've got inspiration. I mean, if you want to learn about hand stitching embroidery, this is the book to buy. And it's also really lovely. You can just sit and read it and just get carried away. And as you go to the back, you will see that you have got templates in there as well, so you can then make your own designs. Now, this has actually got a Freedom members price. We'll bring up the detail for you. Slightly less than $17.99, $15.29. So 903483 is your item number if you would like to buy the book. So many people got the book. So many people got these. The accessory kit as well. Excellent. And by the way, if you're adding all these bits and pieces into your shopping basket, you'll pay over $25. You'll get £5 back. Which is great.
That's good.
I just used a code on some, bought a dress, just used a code, got money off. It feels good just to use a code and get money off. Right, so.
Okay, so we're going to look at the rowan berries and pyrocanthus. So I'm just going to work a little bit of the berries here. Now we didn't show this before from last time, but this is the hoop. This is the working hoop. So you just put the hoop on the table and then just hold the spring and let go, and that's enough to keep that tension as you work. And obviously if you're working on a larger piece, you can move it round.
Yes.
So this is quite nice to hold on this size of piece.
And we do have those hoops. We'll give you the details on the screen there. 7-inch and 5-inch hoop, and your little scissors, which you will see Katrina using as well. That's 646785 if you'd like to buy those.
Okay, so I'm just going to take, now this is one of the beads that we can use to create one of the berries. So I use this technique in quite a few kits. I just like it. I think it works well. So I've got my colours over there, and then I'm just going to thread my bead onto the shape, and then I'm just going to hold the bead just to really just create, stop it moving basically. Just work all the way across just to hold the bead in position. And once you've got it in position, then you can work your way around the bead. and you're just going to go from the outer edge into the middle. You don't need the bead needle for this. All that you need is a colour, and there's a sort of several colours I've used for the rowan berries, so it will tell you in the instructions which ones I've used, but really it's up to you whether you want to add flashes of gold in there, mix the colours. And if you go all the way around, you can cover that bead, and it gives it quite a three-dimensional look, I think. I love those, they're great. So you could work through it, leaving spaces, and then restart again with other colours, or you could go around again and make it a solid shape.
I've just got to give a quick mention, actually, looking at that lovely tweed that's in your hands there. That's in our pack, but I've got to tell you, it is now limited stock. So if you do want to get that, you're going to have to be very quick indeed. It is now limited stock there. Fabulous.
Okay, so you go around the bead.
I love these little berries. So when you look at them at first, you think you're going to have to embroider the whole thing, but it's so clever that they're just little beads.
But you don't. You could just cover a few, and then you could add other colours in there. I like those. I think they're lovely. And then when you've stitched enough, you're then just going to take the thread to the back. Because the bead has quite a big hole in the centre, you'll be able to cover that bead completely, and then you're just going to take a couple of stitches, and that's enough to hold it in place. And then these are lovely too. So another way of creating the berries is just to cut a piece of felt, and again, don't be a good circle. Don't do it. It doesn't matter what shape. It's better if it's slightly misshapen.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take another colour, and you're just going to hold that down with a French knot.
And you get all of your bits of felt.
Everything's
and your
in
beads
there.
and everything in there, don't you?
The hand-dyed felt.
Everything you need. Let's get it all home, including your needle.
You get needles.
Yep.
Good quality needles. I'm quite a believer in, if the materials are good, the results will be good.
Exactly.
So the needles are an excellent quality. And that's just going to have a French knot in there. And just held in place. And if you wanted to, you can add more beads. But again, very, very easy to do. And you can take another little bit of felt. You can add beads, you could add more scatter beads through this, but I just love those. Just thread that on, and then you've got a little French knot. So a French knot here, I'm just going to hold the felt in place round twice, and then almost into the same hole. And as you pull that through, you'll get the French knot. And it doesn't have to sit in the middle, it can sit to one side.
Perfect.
I think they're lovely. I think they're really,
Well,
really super things.
They are lovely, and as is the tweed. And you're going to find that out when you get it home, every single one of you, because every single one of these has gone. Yeah, technically sold out, which means that they're all allocated on the website. So one might jump back out of a basket, but at the moment, every single one is technically allocated, which is fabulous. So lots of you are going to be getting that home and having a real treat. There is still the other one. Yep. The cotton option is still available. That is the cotton there. If you would like to get hold of that one, you still can. I do think that's still quite beautiful, that, because it gives it a very clean finish in the background.
It does, it does.
Yeah.
You know, like spring-like colours and flowers.
Very spring-like, yes.
Those sort of scenes would be perfect. And it's the same fabric that we actually do our kits on.
Yeah.
So if it's either tweed, that's the background fabric that we use.
Yeah.
So we know it's good to stitch on the texture as well as detailed stitching.
So you can
it's all
still
good.
get that one.
Okay, I'm going to go on to just show you how to do a leaf. So that's really fun, I think, to do. Sometimes you can use beads, which we showed this morning, didn't we? Some stitching of a few beads on there and some felt. And just the combination of textures is really, really lovely. And then it comes to the leaves. So these are layers of organza stitched, and then you cut away the excess. So it's a bit like the heleniums, but you can put as many layers on there as you want. And to start off the stitching, just bring the thread from the back and they have a slightly serrated edge to the leaf, so take a little bit, almost do lots of little stitches and just create a spiky edge to that flower, to the leaf. Now you'll get full instructions in the kit, but you know, you don't have to follow the exact same colours.
Yes.
Really. But I mean, I think I've placed the organza, I've sort of gone from reds to greens.
Yes.
Using, you know, you'll get yellow and orange and bronze.
Yeah.
And just as they're going into autumn, you know, you could have more. So it depends what you like. You can make them all green, or you can do that exactly.
But it's a very beautiful thing, and it does look so. When you look at it, you think that it's really complicated. You think that you've done lots of stitches, but actually, when you close up and when you know, it's just straight stitches. It's the organza that's making it look more complicated,
right.
and the bits of beading, and then the little beads as well. If you would like more organza, we have got organza for you on the show. We'll give you the details. There you are. It is 118313, £10 and 99 pence there for your 10 large pieces in assorted colours. Thank you very much. Lovely. These are the. I do feel like, you know, those magicians who pull these things out of a. Yes, I know where I'm going with that. You know where I'm going. But these are your organzas, and they are just so gorgeous. If you want to get hold of a pack of 10, they are beautiful colours, and of course when you mix them together they create different colours. You can see that lovely sheen on there. Fantastic organza, and that is £10.99 for that. 118313 is your item number. By the way, we have just managed to get some more stock in of the tweed. Now it is extended, but if you would like to get hold of that, it will come out to you on the 2nd of March, so that's not too far away. And once again, extended delivery 2nd of March, but you can get it at the moment. I don't think there's a huge amount of stock though that's come back in. I wouldn't have imagined so. So if you do want to get it, it is 915244. Fabulous. Okay. Okay,
so really you're going to go around the leaves, and then you're going to cut the excess fabric away, and that is so easy. It's easy. It's definitely not difficult, and I think that's why the organza is really good. You can get some fabulous effects with that. Really, really easy. Yeah. As I'm going to have a go with some organza, just to show you what else you could do with the organza. So I think that's a beautiful design. Yeah, lovely, and people would enjoy it. I'm just going to take out my piece now. It starts off tidy over here, you know. Yeah. But when at the end, you should see it as it's all over everywhere. It's really messy. Okay, well, I've just got some of the colours here. Okay, so I've just got a little bit of tweed here. So if you've got your play around pack, you could do this. But I've just cut a little strip of the organza, and I often do this for flowers. So you cut a strip about 1 centimetre in width, and not too long to start with, single thread, and then we're going to do a running stitch all the way down the middle. It could be a contrasting colour, it could be the same colour, and then as you get to the other end of that, you've got a gathering thread, and then you're just going to gather that thread, and you've made a flower, and then just fold the edges over. And then you're going to just stitch a couple of stitches just to hold that in place. And then that's your flower. Beautiful. So you could add those and attach it with the same thread. So you could have a group of those, and they can look really, really 3D. Just a couple of stitches, and if you've got a contrasting thread, it looks like the flower centre. So just make that fairly secure, or you could add beads in the middle because you've got beads. A couple of beads would look good. Yeah, you don't get the organza in the play around pack though, do you? You get the beads? Yeah, you get in the play around. You get a selection of organzas, so you could have a go at doing that. So you really have got everything to play with in there, haven't you? So, but in the organza pack, you've got bigger pieces that you can tear. Yeah. All right, and you can stitch with these. So when you're doing this, just take a little bit. Don't have it too narrow to start with. You're just going to cut couple of centimetres in, and then you can tear it.
Right.
All right, if you only start with a short amount, it can be more difficult to tear. Or if you didn't want to tear it, then you can cut it.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to use that as a thread. And I think to do this, it's better to use quite short lengths. Longer lengths really are more tricky. So you just treat this as a piece of thread. And you're just going to bring the thread from the back, just hold that, and then you just stitch as normal. And so that's how we've done 1 or 2 flowers in other kits. It's just a nice way of creating a shape. So keep the threads fairly short, and then as you take the thread to the back, you can either leave it, probably more difficult to fasten off, you can always stitch it in with another colour. And that's lovely to work with. Really, really nice and easy to do.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought that you could have sewn with organza at all, but you can, as you can see there. Well, don't forget you get your organza in your little play around pack here. Just looking. Oh yes, it is. Yes, I can see it now.
You get little pieces, but I think in the larger organza,
there,
you get bigger pieces.
Yeah. So there's your organza. You've got your threads, and then you also have in there your beads, which are there.
And you'll get a bead needle. Well, it's a milliner's needle, and
fabulous.
You'll also get the chenille needle. Yeah.
And of course, you're getting this fabric, which has just come back into stock. And dispatched on the 2nd of March for you, and it is on 2nd of March dispatch, but this one is immediate dispatch, which is the other one, but that one is now limited as well. So if you want to get hold of that one, that's limited. That one is the, what was that one again? I forget. What was that one called again?
That's the play around. Play around.
No, but what's the fabric?
Tweed.
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 So that's the tweed coming out on the 2nd of March. The other one is the cotton, and that's immediate, but that is limited stock. So 915-244, choose your item, and then they will be sent out to you. But we are exceptionally busy. Exceptionally busy. Okay. Also, as well, the book is flying out of the door. I'm not surprised. It is a brilliant book because it is really authoritative. It's a very good teaching book, and it is by Katrina. It is your fabulous book, and it's got over 400. Hang on, just to prove it. Look. There's the picture, the obligatory picture by the author, and you've got all these lovely illustrations and photographs, over 400 photographs. It talks about equipment, embellishments, inspiration, then it goes through all the stitches, French knot, stem stitch, chain stitch, how to do all the stitches. And then of course you have got lots of beautiful photographs to inspire you and teach you and give you some ideas as to what you can do. And then as we go through, you have got at the end your templates, so that then you can create your own designs should you wish. So a fabulous book. I think what a lot of people are doing, don't forget, if you spend £25 today and you put the code DEAL5 in, you will get £5 off at checkout. And I think a lot of people are adding that in basket and thinking, well, it's $15.29 on the Freedom Club, so it's now going to be £10.
That's
Getting a £5 off the book.
A gift for someone.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people are doing that today.
Okay.
Yeah. Fabulous.
I've cut some organza here.
Okay.
And I've twisted it and just pinned it into place, and then I'm just going to couch the thread down. So what it means is the top, this thread isn't going through the fabric really. It's just lying on the surface. So that's good for like grasses, flowers.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of texture, you can twist, you can fray. So there's loads of things you can do with the organza.
Yeah, never would have thought that, would you?
I know.
No, you would have thought it was always just threads.
There's one last little thing with the organza. So the organza is great to do something like a flower. All right, so we have got a kit, Oriental Poppies. We've got quite a few others where you just cut a petal shape. It doesn't have to be very big. And then you can distort the edge and make that fray. Be a bit mean to it. Just distort that, and then you can fold the petal and you can build up a 3D flower just by pinning the shapes in. It's almost like a great big dahlia or something like that you could wear. We could wear it on a jacket, you know. And then just hold those down with a couple of flowers, French knots, a couple of straight stitches, and make a centre using the gathered flower in the middle, and that would just make an instant flower in a piece. So quite good. And then you could cover the rest with stitching. So there's lots of possibilities there.
Well, talking about lots of possibilities, I mean, if you are wanting to, you know, kind of think outside the box and move away from the kits that you have bought, and you think, I'd like to actually do some of my own things in addition, you could buy some tweed on its own, because we have got fat quarters of the tweed available. So you don't get anything else with that. But if you've already bought all the threads and things that you need, you might want to pop some more tweed into your shopping basket. We do have that on the show for you as well. So there it is. It is 331119. That's your item number, and that is £12.99. Our store manager was stuck to the plastic there. Nearly catastrophe. Right, let's have a look. This is your fat quarter. So this is your tweed, and it is made for this very
job. And the cushions you can use it for. You can make it for I've seen people make it into a bag. Could be a bigger wall hanging. You know, there are lots of possibilities. A lot of cards as well.
A lot of cards. Well, do you know, it's got a lovely feeling to it, because I think when you look at this fabric, this tweed, you might think that it's going to be really quite rough and quite stiff, and it's not. It's, as you can see the way it's folding, it's actually very, very soft. It's got a lovely feel to it, and and it looks really lovely in real life. It's very classy.
It would make a nice, you know, you could make it into a waistcoat or something. You know, it is a dress weight. It's not a furnishing weight. It's a dress weight.
Yeah. Well, if you'd like to get more of that, it is 331119, £12.99.
Okay, we're going to move on to Poppy Meadow.
Oh, lovely.
All right. So Poppy Meadow has an outline on the fabric, and then you're just going to place the pieces of organza over the top. I mean, you could put them anywhere really, but there will be a photograph in the instructions of how I've placed them. And you can have as many layers on there as you want, as long as you can just about see the print. And that's going to give you a guide to do that. So I think once you start stitching, you're only doing a little bit of stitching. So it's almost an instant picture. Whereas, you know, Goodwin's Lane, you're covering, but that's big stitches and texture. So the two together are different ideas.
Yes.
But I think they work well together. So I'm just going to go over and add some French knots into here. And the beauty about this is you've got a starting point with the size of the stitch, how big to make the stitches, and then a plan. There is a plan, you know, to go over the print. You don't want to see the print at the end, but you can get carried away with adding beads, or you could add a butterfly. But French knots, you're definitely going to be needing those. So you've got a couple of a centimetre, and you hold that thread fairly tight, and then you're going to wind it around once, twice, and then as you turn the needle, you can place it, not the same, don't go back down the same hole, but just one thread over, and as you push the needle in, just tighten that thread, and that'll keep it very nice and neatly tight round the needle, and then just let it go on its own. And I'm using 6 strands there, so you'll be great big knots.
They're very effective. I mean, it is just a knot, isn't it, a French knot, but they're very effective.
But they're sort of quite tactile, and they just give it a little bit of texture.
That's right, a bit of depth.
And so that's definitely one thing to add into the picture. And then if you wish, you can always, like we did this morning, you can add a couple of long-legged French knots.
Yes.
And I quite like those just to give a little bit of texture there and build up stitching. And this one really grows very, very, very. I mean, you could do this in an afternoon. You know, it's not going to, you know, if you're going to visit somebody, you can almost do this just before you go and visit. You know, it's going to be that quick to do. And again, spring hoops, good. It's going to keep your work flat, so I definitely would recommend those. Yeah,
we've got a couple of those spring hoops. By the way, it's not just us here in the studio that are embroidering. You lovely lot at home are embroidering as well. Sharon has sent this one in.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, she always wanted to do it, thought it was too hard. But then she got a kit from Katrina, and this is her first attempt.
Fantastic, fantastic, lovely.
You see?
Really pretty.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Well done, Sharon. Perfect. Those hoops, 646785 is your item number if you would like to get hold of those 2 hoops. And, of course, it's your accessory bag, so you get scissors as well. Anything you want today, go onto the website, hochanda.com. Make sure if you spend over £25, you pop in the code DEAL5, and then you will get yourself £5 off. We also have the accessory pack. No? Isn't that the same thing? No, it's different. No, it's different. Because you are getting your pebble pins and, I thought it said pies for a second. There's no pies in these kits. Just pins and magnets for pin needles. 741201, £9.99 is what you'll pay if you'd like to get hold of that accessory kit. I had a very nice pie yesterday in a restaurant in Cambridge. Oh, it was a steak and ale pie with a mash on the side. Right, let's move back. Embroidery. So this is it, brand new today, and a lot of you are loving this because half the stock has now gone. All you do is pop your organza on there, and then you embroider over it with long stitches. Clever. Cut away and you create these fantastic flowers. And don't forget today, this is over £25. Put your code DEAL5 in, take your £5 off, and that price comes down to £27.95. 226467 is your item number if you would like to get hold of this. And by the way, if you're thinking to yourself, that means I've got to buy the backing, or I've got to buy the threads, or I've got to get the organza, or I've got to get a needle, you don't, because it's all included, including the pattern as well, of course, that you just sew over. So all the instructions are there as well to help you crack on. So have a think about that. 226467. This one, the hoop is not included. We do have hoops on the show though, but at the bottom of the screen for the hoops, or for the middle bit, you need 349358. This is your beautiful berries embroidery kit. It is £19.99. Remember, those little berries here are just beads, and then you just stitch over them. So very handy indeed, and a lovely little creation. But 40% of that stock has gone. 349358 is your item number. Moving on to Poppies on Goodwin's Lane, and this is a lovely creation. I think you want to walk through that meadow, walk over those rolling hills. I'll tell you something, that is definitely not in Lincolnshire. It's as flat as a pancake round here. This is Norfolk, or it's Yorkshire. Where is it? Any ideas, Katrina? It's Derbyshire. There you go. I knew it was that way. As soon as you start heading to Yorkshire, you start going into the rolling hills. 287797 is your item number. £13.95 if you would like to stroll through that meadow and make it yourself. Lovely. Let's move on to the next one. Another poppy meadow. And this is really beautiful. We've just seen this at demonstration area over there, and really lovely. It's that organza in the background that's creating these lovely backgrounds. And then the poppies, because they're not perfect. And that's what poppies are. They're not perfect. That's why they're so beautiful. So if you want to make that for yourself, 625072, your item number, £13.95. What's nice about these things is that they're so inexpensive. So if you've never done this before, you could treat yourself today to a new project, have a go, and you're not breaking the bank. This is a lovely collection. You actually get the cards as well as the 6 designs and all the threads and organza and backing that you will need. So you could send these out. However, I've said I would keep them for myself, put them into white box frames and put them on a wall. I think they are really, really lovely. £17.95 for the lot. And 60% of this stock has gone. We're very, very busy for this collection. 690494 is your item number if you would like to get hold of those lovelies. And then let's move along. By the way, when we're showing you frames and things, they're not included because obviously you can frame them to your own personal taste. And this one, once again, frame not included, but the inner area obviously is included. In the kit, you get the threads, you get the beads, you get everything that you need to create that beautiful image of Buttercup Lane. Even the little sheep there. Oh, you little sheep. 538153 is your item number, £16.95. Let's move along now to our next one as well. This is just a straight stitch, a collection of pansies, very easy to make. Look at the organza in the background, creating that wonderful green meadow effect. And they really are absolutely gorgeous. 787559 is your item number. £12.99 there if you'd like to get hold of that. The tweed, a fat quarter of it. You might want to get your own tweed because it is so beautiful. And if you are wanting to create your own projects, obviously you're getting lots of thread. So you might want to get an extra bit of tweed. £12.99 for that fat quarter there. And that is 331119. 3/4 of that stock has gone. Lovely. Feels so nice, that one. We also have another fat quarter bundle. Colour options. Have a look at these. Now, this is absolutely beautiful in terms of when you get this. It's 100% cotton. There are actually 7 options. Clearly, a couple are missing here. But really lovely classic colours. You just have to choose which one you want. But they, like I say, 100% cotton. They are proper materials to work with. It's nice consistency to them. So 246064 is your item number if you would like to get hold of that collection. And then if you really want to mix up your organzas and create those amazing backgrounds, you need to buy plenty of organza, and we have it here. So this is a pack of 10 large pieces in assorted colours. You can see when you put them together you get all sorts of different colours, but when they're on their own they're just as beautiful. Look at that one, gorgeous. 118313 is your item number. Apparently our director's prom dress was that colour. This is essential. What was the prom dress like? Tight, loose, flowing, long, short? It was bad, she says. It was just bad. OK, 727069, your item number 12. We need photographic evidence now. We do. We need photographic evidence. Come on, get your phone out. £12.99. Now, would you like to get hold of your hoops? Well, you can. 727069, 5, 6 and 7-inch hoops. So if you are making your pieces for display, you'll need some hoops, and they are very handy indeed. £12.99. And we've got those pick and mixers. They're going very well. These are just lovely little projects, and you get 3. And as I say earlier with the framing, I think once again these would be great in little white box frames and just literally have them on your walls. So 606664, and you get a pick and mix. You get 3. So that's for the floral mini. And we'll show you the landscape. Let's have a look at that one. There you go, that is 890422 is an item number there. They're 26.85, except today they're not, because they're over £25. Put your code in, deal 5 deal, and £21.85. Isn't my maths good today?
Oh, it is.
It's, I mean, you know, spot
good.
On.
Absolutely.
All in my ear. The producer's on it. She's got the calculator, or she's a maths genius. I'm not sure which. Now, these are the florals.
They are.
Yeah,
So
and these are the mini projects.
That's the red garden there.
So beautiful.
Nice
So
little poppies
beautiful.
on there.
Oh, there's
That's
another
Rebecca.
Oh, sorry, I missed
Poppies
that one.
again.
Love that.
And that's what it is, poppies again.
Poppies again.
Poppies again.
Yeah.
Rebecca. I like the yellows there. Anicacia. That's got some nice beads there in the foreground.
Aren't these nice as little projects? They wouldn't take you very long at all, these to do as well, would they?
Echinacea Paradiso. So another combination of colours. It's a great flower to stitch.
Yeah.
Delphiniums, blue delphiniums.
I like that one, the blues. That appeals to me.
And crocus and daffodil.
Lovely. Yeah, now that's, I bet
See, that's the one that's on the
be
book. That's the one that's on the cover of the book. Cherry blossom.
Lovely. That's just, do you know, I was in Cambridge yesterday. That's where I had the pie. And it's just started coming out, isn't it? We saw it.
And willow herb. I just love willow herb.
Yeah.
Summer cow parsley.
Yeah.
Lots of nice beads on that one. Lavender. Foxgloves. Can't go wrong with foxgloves. Pink enicacia. And pink cow parsley. And autumn cow parsley.
Katrina, you have passed the test.
Yes,
you may stay in your company.
On a conveyor belt then, so this one's not so bad.
That was very good, but they are beautiful. Have a look at all the options on the website, hochanda.com. Right, we have got 43, 53, 12, 56, about 15 minutes left.
Okay.
12, 13, 15. What can we do in that time?
I'm just going to go back to the doodles. We did a little bit on that this morning, didn't we?
Yes.
So I'm just going to, you've got 6 designs, all individual designs, and they can be, they're meant to be like a drawing that you've done very quickly, not too much stitching. But I know you can get carried away. So it's though you get loads of thread. I mean, in this combination, there are 17 different colours. So you'll get lots of different textures. You'll get metallic threads. You'll get shaded threads. You'll get some woolen threads, and you'll get some bead thread. So there's enough there to really stitch loads. so you've got that opportunity. And in the instructions, there's a little bit of a plan as to where the organza goes. But you know what? You can play with that, fray it, distort it.
Yeah.
It's your piece of art. So there's loads of things you can do with that. Anyway, so the one that I'm going to work at now, I'm just going to. I've tacked the background on, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a fern. So I'm just going to take, and you've got a guide here, so you've got a line, and then I'm going to go to the outer edge and then back to the middle, and it's going to form the fern. And you can do that in any colour you like, and you're just going to go over the print, and that gives you a guide.
These have been very busy, these little doodle kits. We're over 70% gone now. I'm not surprised, because I think people can see that it's a lovely kind of, you know, set of projects to make, and they're all different, and they're nicely sized, and so they're achievable.
That's right, and that's it. They're definitely achievable, but they're fun to do. You know, if something is really complicated, you don't want to do it. You just need to use, whereas this, you could sit down for half an hour or so, and you've virtually done one of those.
Exactly.
So that, you know, you're on holiday, or you're going, you know, you're visiting over the next few months. You know, it's a great project to do where you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So there's the fern there.
By the way, since we mentioned that tweed fat quarter, we're now limited stock there. We cannot tell you how busy we are today. My goodness me, so many people. Maybe people are thinking about the deal, £5 off if you spend over 25. Maybe people are thinking about Mother's Day. I don't know, but very, very busy on everything today, including those little play around packs as well, those embroidery packs there. So you've got two. How are we doing? Because the tweed was on extended dispatch coming out to you on the 2nd of March, but 40% of that has gone on the extended stock because it did sell out. And this one, extremely limited. Single figures on that one, and that's the cotton. Probably 99% gone. So 915244 is your item number if you would like to grab hold of the final % of stock.
Okay, so I've just stitched a little bit of the fern, and then I'm just going to fray some organza, and then I'm going to pin that over the top, and then I'm going to add some stitches over the top. And the thing is, it's not set in stone. You can follow the instructions exactly, or you can just do your own thing, and they'll all look good with those colours and combinations.
Now, this might seem like a very strange question, but some people will sit here going, I can't sew. You know, I can't do a hem on a trousers. I can't sew. That's what they mean, I can't sew. But you don't really have to be able to sew with this, because it's just up, down, up.
Yeah,
you're not sort of having to sew in a straight line or do different mega, you know, sort of dressmaking stitches and things.
There's no counting. You're not counting across the fabric, following a chart, which is good. Everybody, you know, has different things that they enjoy. But I think this is freer. You know, you can add more stitches, you can do your own thing, and loads of people, you know, on our Facebook page have sent in pieces that they've done, and it's amazing. They're just fabulous, how enthused people are once they start stitching and really love it and fall in love with it, really. And that's great, really, that, you know, things like this where you're doing a very quick project, you get instant results, and that makes you want to go on to the next one.
Exactly.
You know, if it's too big a project, it goes in the drawer with all those unfinished things. Whereas if it's a small piece like this, you've got chance to finish it, frame it, give it away. It's great. Yeah. I mean, I must have done. I mean, sometimes, you know, I've been on a channel. This is our 5th year, but when we go to a show, we do a make and take where people come there. I think some of the designs, I mean, I've got piles of like 60 pieces of fabric, you know, where I've been working with people different, and it's great, and everybody then puts it on Facebook and show them off, and that's great.
Exactly. Well, these little doodles, by the way, we're now at limited stock, so they're about to disappear as well. So yes, very busy. They are 690494. Last orders on those, £17.95 if you'd like to get hold of your doodles.
Well, we are going to a show in London on Thursday. Well, we go on Wednesday. It's Stitch Festival in London at Islington. So if anybody's at that, come and say hello.
Yes, do bob along there.
All right, so that's fly stitch. I think the fly stitch is, it's almost like a little plant, but it's not a real plant, but it just gives you a little bit of interest there, and then a few poppies and a few beads, and that's done. Yeah. So, you know, they're very, very quick to do.
They're very quick, yeah. Very quick and easy, which is the appeal of them, isn't it? Now, have we got our viewer images ready yet? You've got one. Yeah, look.
Oh, that's
look at that.
Lovely.
That is absolutely beautiful. Now, that's from Alison, and she said she absolutely loves Rowandean. The kits are fabulous, and you can tell because this is one of 4 projects that she sent us.
That's really pretty.
That is stunning. Yeah, just keep up the good work.
Oh, that's a lovely one. And yeah. You know, it's interesting when you see how people frame their pieces as well. And
yeah.
it's just oh, there's that next one that's going to come up. It's lovely too.
Yeah, yeah, lovely. By the way, just a quick mention of something that's sold out. The tweed fat quarter has gone. So I'm afraid you can't get that anymore, but still other things on the website, hochanda.com. But we've got the second image from, is that Alison again? Lovely. Oh, look at that.
That's
gorgeous.
Lovely. Poppies again. There is something about poppies, isn't there?
There is something about poppies, yeah. And like we say, the fact that they're not perfectly round makes them perfect. Yeah.
And the daisies.
By the way, talking about projects, and if you want to learn all the intricacies of embroidery, you need to get hold of this book written by, guess who? There she is, our lovely Katrina. So hand-stitched landscapes and flowers, hand-stitched. But if you have a look here, you can see that it takes you through embellishments, you've got inspiration, and then of course you've got your different stitches, French knots, lazy daisy, fly stitch, etc. You've got techniques in there, applying beads, achieving 3-dimensional effects, sheep, even how to make the little sheep. And then of course beautiful photographs, over 400 photographs in the book, and butterflies, and then we've got at the end the templates as well, so you can actually make your own designs. If you would like to get hold of that book, the details are on the bottom of the screen. Sold out though is the cotton now. It's come back on extended delivery, but 2nd of March is when it goes out to you. So 2 sellouts on those fabrics, both on extended delivery, but then now the tweed has gone. So the only one you've got left now is the cotton, and that's, sorry, 2nd of March is when it's coming out to you. So 915244 for your play around packs with your cotton. Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just doing a couple of poppies just to show you that you don't need a lot of stitching to make these cards. Just a few poppies, a couple of stitches, scatter a few beads, and especially as soon as you put on some of the sparkly ones, just drop those on and you can get some fabulous effects just by dropping them on and stitching them on.
Yeah,
instant
lovely.
card, and you can make them look quite different.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a little bit of hand-dyed felt in the kit that you can stitch as well, and then apply that to your card.
Yeah,
I think it looks really nice.
Perfect. Lovely. So for anybody who's sitting on the fence, which I have to say most people are not, they're in our meadows filled with poppies and loving it there. But for anybody who's sitting on the fence, Katrina, and thinking, oh, I don't know, can I achieve that? What would you say to them?
Have a go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Have a go. Pick the design that you just love, and that's what makes you finish it and get into a great hobby.
Yeah.
And a really relaxing hobby that's really easy.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier, weren't we, about how good things are, you know, crafting is for the mind and things, because I was at the Stitchers event, and there was a fantastic chat there about crafting, and they were saying there's an explosion now in the crafting market, and a lot of it is due to the whole mindfulness which is connected.
It is, and that's what we've always done, isn't it? We stitch and you just forget everything else, concentrate on your stitching, and then you're making a piece of art.
Yeah.
That you can admire.
Exactly.
It's quite sociable, and we can sit here and chat. You don't have to be isolated in a room. You can sit with a group of people and all stitch together.
Exactly.
Which is good fun, and everybody produce a nice little piece of work. So there are lots of, we're lucky really, there's lots of stitching groups all over the country.
Yes.
That stitch.
Yeah, I'm running my own stitching group. I'm doing an embroidery course, but it's a machine embroidery course, but it's quilting and sewing. That's in Birmingham in May. Check out my Facebook page for that, Rachel Pearman, you'll find me there. with my company, but yeah, it's a lovely community to be a part of. It really is, and it's nice to see people making friends and doing things that they absolutely love.
That's right.
Yeah, perfect.
Really good. And it's something that, you know, when we first started, it's taken us to Japan, it's taken us to the States. We sell lots in Australia, and people love stitching all over the world.
How do you think it's, because I mean, when you started, you wouldn't have had all those contacts.
No.
It's just, word has just spread.
Yeah, word has spread. I mean, we've been working with our Australian distributor for a long time, and that's brilliant. And in America, you know, I've worked with the book people as well, but we've worked in California and various places in Canada. So it's taken us to some great places, really, in France. And there are lots of places, really.
Amazing, isn't it, when you think about how spread across the world we are. Fabulous.
And
Lovely.
the book's in Spanish and French, so, you know, that's great.
Yeah, that just shows you, well, look, lots of things are disappearing on the website. The Doodles are now extremely limited, so if you want to get hold of those, you are going to have to be very quick indeed. And remember, whatever you're buying today, if you're spending over £25, just put the code in, which is it deal 5 or 5 deal? I think it's deal 5, isn't it? And then you will get yourself £5 off your order as long as you've spent over £25. So do make sure you put that code in the website. Fabulous. Well, do you know, it's been an absolute pleasure. Are you doing any more shows today, Katrina?
No,
this is it.
This is it.
You've had me for the 2 shows today. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. When are you back again?
Oh, about 2 weeks' time.
Oh,
I don't know the date, but it'll be soon. It's not long.
And do you have anything new for that show?
Definitely got some nice projects for Easter type projects.
Oh, well, I hope I'm doing that show. That would be lovely. I'm back in a couple of weeks, so fingers crossed. I shall look out for it.
Brilliant.
But thank you very much. And I have to say, I'm very surprised at how easy it was, because I looked at these, and although Katrina said to me it's really easy, I thought, well, I'll wait until I see the demo. And it is. You can have a go. So have a shop on the website, get your bits and pieces, get them home, relax, get away from the phone and the TV and the devices. Just relax and enjoy and create your own masterpieces. Right, we're going to both go. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning, though, bright and breezy at 7 o'clock. I'll see you then. But there's plenty more, of course, on the way here this afternoon on Hochanda. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.